In the late 1940s, a group of Russian researchers began an experiment that has since become one of the most disturbing stories ever told. The goal was simple, but terrifying: test a special gas-based stimulant that could keep a person awake for 15 days straight. 5 political prisoners were chosen as test subjects. They were promised freedom if they could endure 2 full weeks without sleep inside a sealed chamber. The room was carefully monitored, filled with microphones, porthole windows, and books, food, running water, and enough cots for all 5 men. At first, everything seemed normal. The gas kept them awake, and the men talked freely, telling stories about their past and their crimes. But by day 5, things began to change. Their conversations became darker, more paranoid. They started whispering into the microphones, giving long, disturbing monologues about violence, torture, and the things they had done. Some stopped speaking altogether, simply staring into space. By day 9, the first screams were heard. One subject ran back and forth inside the chamber, screaming so violently his vocal cords tore apart. Strangely, the other men did not react. Instead, they began tearing pages out of the books, smearing them with their own waste, and pasting them over the glass windows. After that, silence. The scientists could no longer see inside. They used the intercom, demanding the men speak. A calm voice replied, "We no longer want to be freed." On day 15, the chamber was finally opened. What they found inside was horrific. One subject was dead, his flesh torn apart and stuffed into a drain. The surviving 4 had mutilated themselves, ripping out organs, chunks of skin, and muscle. They had eaten parts of their own bodies, yet somehow they were still alive. Their eyes were bloodshot, their bodies twisted, but they were wide awake. The soldiers who entered tried to remove them, but the prisoners fought back with inhuman strength. One soldier had his throat torn out. Another was gravely injured. Despite their wounds, the prisoners seemed almost impossible to kill. Even with organs spilling from their bodies, they screamed and begged to be left awake. The scientists attempted surgeries without anesthesia. The subjects laughed or smiled during the procedures. They continued to resist, begging to be exposed to the gas again. When asked why they wanted the stimulant so desperately, one whispered, "We must remain awake." Eventually, only 3 survived the removal from the chamber. One soon died from blood loss. Another was restrained, but in his final moments begged for the gas, saying that sleep would kill him. The last survivor was questioned by a Russian officer, who demanded to know what he truly was. The prisoner stared back and answered, "We are you. We are the madness that lurks within you all, begging to be free. We are what you hide from in your beds at night. We are what you silence in your sleep." The officer, horrified, gave the order to end the experiment. The last subject was shot, silencing his words forever. Whether this story is truth or legend, the Russian sleep experiment remains one of the most chilling tales of science gone too far. An unforgettable reminder of how fragile the human mind becomes when stripped of sleep.